Hello, Taurus. This is your little Tarot Lumination reading, just a little 3-card quickie for the new moon coming up, March 27th, 2017. We did something about the moon a while back for this one, but it's too important and we're getting too close and we need some clarity. So this is for you from Tarot Lumination, and it's for you, Taurus, okay? Now, we're not doing any reversals, we're not doing any jumpers, we're not doing any oracles or anything. It's just a 3-card quickie, okay? Now, Taurus, there's a lot of firepower energy with this new moon, and it's like a power station that's on overdrive, or like I've said this in a couple of the other readings, where it's like when you walk near one of those power pylons and it's so strong that you can feel it in your body, and your skin is tingling and your hair is standing up, like those like funny little tricks that they do at school in wintertime or something with the heaters or the cold or something like that, where your hair starts to stick out, you know. It's that kind of energy, and it's very strong, and it's going to be triggering a lot of surprises, awakenings, new beginnings, inspiration, perhaps shocking, perhaps amazing. And for you, it would be in the 12th house, which is like a little awkward because it's the house of like letting go, of like it's all over, of chilling out, relaxation. It's also the house of self-undoing. It's the house where everything comes to rest because it's all over. And it's the house of spirit. It's the house of divine love. It's a very nebulous place to be, and a lot of people struggle with understanding that energy. But that's where it is for you right now, Taurus. So let's see what's happening here. I've already shuffled the cards, like I said earlier. No reversals, no jumpers, no oracles, just a little 3-card quickie. And let's get into it. It's kind of what we do like on the Sunday night live shows. It's just 3-card quickies for the visitors. Here's the situation. Here's the challenges. And here's maybe a way to deal with it, okay? And here's like a general background weather. Now, I think we've had this somewhere else in some of the other readings. I'm not sure. But Taurus, if there's something going on, like deep, 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 deep down, I'm not talking about just love life and like dating boyfriends and girlfriends or awkward marriage things or just like very challenging triangles. I'm talking about like deep pain of the soul at the, where it's nothing to do with anybody else except you. Yes, it could have been stirred up or caused by anybody or somebody and everything, but still, this pain is your own. And it's your own to bear, it's your own to carry, however it got there. Whether you deserved it or not, it's there, okay? And it's very awkward and challenging here because this needs a lot of healing, and we're just at the very tippy end of the Pisces, Virgo eclipses cycles, okay, where it's all about you got to reveal it to heal it. And it's very hard to do that. The deeper the wounds, the more we are resistant to revealing for the healing. Does that make sense, dear Taurus? Okay, does that make sense? Like, the worse it is, the harder it is to reveal it, because in the revealing, there's all sorts of stuff that happens, like the energy of shame or embarrassment or loss, or the feeling like, I wished everybody didn't have to see how much I'm hurting deep, deep down inside, even though I'm trying my best to conduct myself as if everything's okay. But in the end, you've got to reveal it to heal it. And if the prevailing weather around you is indicating to you that you need to reveal it to heal it, then you need to reveal it to heal it. Okay? All right, dear Taurus? So let's see, what is the situation? By the way, remember, this is just weather. It's passing. Things will change. All things change all the time, okay? So, what's the situation? Wow, are you struggling with something like that is beyond your control? Do you feel like it's almost like, I don't want to say possessed, but as though some of your experience in life is beyond your control, like you literally can't control them, like the people, the events, the experiences, your emotional conditions, like your sense of, this is very much a card to do with things like obsession, fatalism, and addictions, and like being in a state of bondage to your desires, okay? And a lot of people are scared of this card. Whoa, whoa, okay. But it's understandable. I mean, our human bodies are incredibly powerful, mind-bogglingly complicated instruments, way beyond our day-to-day waking understanding. I mean, mostly our day-to-day life is filled up with what happens in our five senses, and we try to figure it out from there in what we call living our life. But there's so much more that goes on, Taurus, that's just below the surface that many times we feel we can't control, okay? So if you feel like there's like energies and forces that are happening in your life, perhaps particularly in the area of very important relationships, over which you have no grasp at all, where like either you're being manipulated and controlled, or where you're being manipulative and controlling, and it's out of control, then this is a problem, okay? Now, just to cheer things up a little bit, I like to sometimes interpret this as like, you know what? Screw you, everybody else. I don't care what you're thinking, because I'm actually having an awful lot of fun doing all the wonderful, yummy, delicious things that you all like to judge as inappropriate, or that's just too much. Well, screw you, because eventually you're going to want to be where I am now, but I'm not going to judge you, okay? All right? So, Taurus, because you are very, very much a person of the senses, the physical body, the things that feel good, literally the senses, the plants, trees, money, love, physical touch, giving physical touch, receiving physical touch, all of that can have really profound impact on our lives, okay? So it could be overwhelming and you're not handling it very well, okay? We're talking about the 12th house here, the house of self-undoing. So you might be struggling with energies that you feel are undoing you, okay? So how are we going to face this? You've got a challenge here, okay? So what is the challenge with all of this? It is a serious challenge. Excuse me, I don't read reversals, but let's just look at this for fun anyway. You know, this guy is very, very spiritually aware, okay? You have to understand that. He is extremely aware of what's going on and what's happening, like as if this was the day-to-day world. However, he's actually choosing to remove himself from three-dimensional reality in order to take a very broad view perspective of what's actually going on. What is actually going on here? And sometimes the only way you can do that is by removing yourself from your physical environment. And you can do that in a spiritual way. In other words, you can still conduct your life as though you are fully participating, and yet by making the decision to deliberately suspend yourself and withdraw from that, you can place yourself in a position of where you are observing the movie of your life in order to get better perspective. Okay? All right, Taurus? Now, this is in a challenging position here, so you might be struggling with doing that. You might be so sucked up into some of these energies over which you don't have a lot of control, but you wish you did. And the challenge is to get yourself into this space where you can really seriously get some perspective, because you need the perspective, okay? You really, really need very, very clearly defined perspective. Otherwise, you know, this can continue and perpetuate and just become like a nagging, aching wound. You don't want to live with that, week after week, month after month. We want to deal with this. We want to reveal it to heal it, okay? So get to the heart of the matter. Take a really, really, really crystalline, deliberately detached posture and get some perspective. And you're scared to do that because part of you probably doesn't actually want to admit or know what's going on. Okay, because it might be too painful, because deep down you might already know the truth and you don't want to face it. Okay, sorry, dear Taurus, I'm being a little bit blunt here, but I have to call it as I see it. So how do we deal with that? These are very powerful cards, okay, Taurus? There's a lot of very, what you could call fated energy going on here, where it really feels like you are at the mercy of the fates, okay? So just like invoke your angels, ask for the healing power of love to fill your body from up above, and then see what happens. Let's see. So how do you move on? Ha, 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 ha. What he said. What he said. You see that guy over here, this person, Tarot Illumination? You hear what he just said? You ask for the healing power of love to fill your body from up above. That's it. Okay? Let's do this with you. I'm just going to do this with you in private, Taurus. I ask for the healing power of love to fill my body from up above. I ask for the healing power of love to fill my mind from up above. I ask for the healing power of love to fill my heart from up above. I ask for the healing power of love to fill my soul from up above. And literally you bring that into your body, mind, and your heart and your soul. And you let it reside there. And you understand and you accept that by invoking this, you have literally invited the opportunity for love to appear in your life in the most profound way. I'm not talking about marriage or boyfriends or girlfriends or anything. I'm talking about the purest, highest form of love, which is love of self. Okay? So Taurus, if there is any doubt about how beautiful and awesome you are, and even if you are struggling with aspects of your nature over which you might have great shame or difficulty handling, there is a way to deal with it. You literally reveal it to heal it, and then you saturate it. You flood it with the healing power of love. Okay? That's what we're going to do here. That's what you're going to do, and the opportunity is here. So grab it, okay? It's yours. Love is there for you, okay? Despite whatever, okay? Despite this, do not let this pain own you, Taurus. Love yourself. Love yourself first, okay? Good on you, Taurus. All right, that's enough. Take care. Happy new moon.